And welcome back to Hand Collectibles for another Fanhome review and tutorial. And as always, please do hit that bell notification. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. And as you can see today, yes, you have guessed it, we are back with the 89 Batmobile issues 41 and 42. So pretty similar to what we did on the last issue. The last two issues was putting together the side pod. We're now going to flip over to the opposite side of the car and we're going to be putting the side pod together on that one. So as you can see, 41 42 issues and parts for 41 and 42. So let's start off with 41 first. Okay, so as you can see, we've got issue 41 and parts 41. So as you can see, there's the side pod for the other side of the car, but we'll have a closer look at that in a moment. Let's have a look through the book like we normally do. So Bat Gadgets part 2. Really sticking with the Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. A little Bat Grenade. As you can see, right side skirting is what we're going to be putting together. A fairly simple issue. Back with the comics, No Man's Land. 1975 now we're up to. Bit more about Man-Bat. And there we go. So let's get the parts out and we'll have a look, see what we're dealing with. Okay, so here are all the parts for issue 41 laid out. As you can see, we've got the plastic side skirt again. We've got a couple of little bits to put on. Put them to one side for a moment, and one set of D screws. So let's see where we need to start. So side skirt. The first one we're going to put on is this little one here. It's got two locator lugs on the back. We're just going to push that into place right here. That's where that sits. Then the next one we're going to bring in, it's got three locator lugs. Just going to push that into place right there. Now first one there, that one there. So fairly simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this part back in there. Okay, so the next step is now we're going to roll this over. We're going to bring this part back in, and this part, we did it on the other side as well, so what it's going to be for I don't know, but it fits in here and it's going to be screwed in with one D screw. Like so. There we go. So fairly simple issue to do. That completes this issue. That's all the parts on, so one part on the back and these two inserted bits at the front, and that is it. So without further ado, we'll move on to the next issue. Okay, so here we are in the next issue. So we've got issue 42 and issue 42's parts. So an arrangement of die-cast parts and plastic parts, but the exhaust system again. We'll move them to one side and we'll have a look through the book like we normally do. And moving on now to the action sequences and special effects from the Dark Knight trilogy. The Bat Pod. As you can see, right side exhaust pipe. So fairly simple to put together again. What it will look like when it's complete. The Lazarus Pit. Frasdale Ghoul. 1976 now. And there we go. So let's get the parts out and see what we're working with. Okay, so here are all the parts for issue 42 laid out, and as you can see we've got these two nice die-cut parts. We've got a lot of plastic parts, and we've got some A screws, some B screws and some D screws. So as you can see, not a lot to do in this issue, but a couple of bits to put together, and then we're going to be mounting them on this side skirt that we just built in the previous issue. Okay, so move the screws to one side. We'll see what the first part is. So I want to get these two parts of this. And what we're going to do is they are just a push fit. We'll push these together. Now, as you can see, it's got a little dowel in this locator lug, and that's where that's going to be. And this is going to be held in with a screw here. And what screw do we need? It is B screw. So I'll just get a B screw out. There we go. And we'll insert this. Once again, match the locator lug up, the B screw, there we go, so that's that part in, like so. We're going to get this part, push that together, and then this is going to be held in here with a screw. That's going to be a D screw, so we'll get a D screw out, should have a spare one, there we go. Screw this into here. Just tight enough so it holds everything together so nothing comes apart. There we go. And what is the next step? Okay, so the next step is we're going to put these two die cast parts together so they only go one way. As you can see here, there is a cutout. So that is where that goes. And this, we put this opening at the bottom here, you can see it's got two locator lugs on this and all. And we're going to push this into place, like so. And this is going to be held in with a D screw from this side as well. We'll get another D screw. There we go. Just get the D screw, push the locator lugs back in. Okay, so that's now in where that's meant to go. Now we're going to bring this part back in, and then we're just going to bring this in. So as you can see, this has got two locator lugs. We're just going to insert that part into that hole, like so. And then, like I said with last time, you can just put a dab of glue there on that side, it will hold that in place. Now we're going to put a screw and hold this through the rear. I'll just put that there and get an A screw out. There we go. Hold that on the front and we'll just insert the A screw. There we go, so now that's nice and in place. Look at that. It's a really nice piece of detail. Okay, so the next part we're going to be mounting is this part here, which is that part of the exhaust system again. So there is a hole at the bottom here, so that goes in there and then it lines up with this hole here. So hold that in place there, and then D screw on this side. Don't go too tight, just tight enough so it don't move about. Don't want to be splitting the plastic. Might just wind that off a little bit. There we go. Probably about there. So none of that moves, and that is all that part there done. And the next step is we've just got this part here. Now, our 4 dowels and a centre dowel locator lug that it sits in, and that is that part complete. And that brings us to the end of this issue and the end of this video. As you can see, that's where we're up to at the moment. As always, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. I can't say that enough. And as always, your collection, your rules. I'll see you next time.